badge that their name is LuxNuts. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So here we are, boys. AD2L Season 5 matchup, Game 1 between Insane Valiance and LuxNuts. LuxNuts for short, apparently. I am George Power. With me here, as always, Mr. Beefnarder from Scoop Gaming. Beef, how you doing today?
Well, I'm pretty good, man. I'm enjoying a quick snack here before the game really starts off, so
Okay.
I apologize for that. I was just chomping, but
I'm ready for the chomps.
yeah, the chomps are real, but
The chomps are too real.
needless to say, we got a pretty good matchup, I'm sure, coming in here.
I'm gonna get rid of my face on the stream, actually, now that I think about it, because y'all motherfuckers do not want to see that.
That's true. That's very true.
Alright, boys. We are full Dota, because fuck Georgia Power. We wanna watch some goddamn Dota.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's coming from me, so shows you how I really feel. So we got the first banned Brewmaster coming out from the Insane Valiance, getting a lot of play in the pros, and I guess they're real scared of it here. And then we got the Naga Siren come out on LuxNuts. I'd say a fairly strong carry, but not often banned. I think that I want to say that comes from like a bad experience. That's
probably so. You see the Void and the DP; those are definitely two really good first-round bans that you see all the time. Nobody likes to really deal with a Void, and same thing with Death Prophet. The Naga is a little bit peculiar. She is counterable. You can do a lot of early aggression, but if you are looking to farm, be more of a farming team, it can actually hurt you a little bit. So maybe that's what they're looking to do. Not really sure though. She has a strong hero though, but you can definitely counter her for sure.
Yeah, it's I'm with you there. She's strong, but I don't think she's worth first ban. I don't think she's that kind of material. I think it's kind of a second round ban. You look and see they need a carry, and that's when you kind of hit them with the Naga ban. We got an Admiral Bulldog on the other team, aka Natty Pro, aka Nature's Prophet. Yep. We seen an offlane Nature's Prophet, do you think?
Most likely. I mean, you can see a jungling Prophet, but the problem with jungling Prophet is it does significantly weaken your laning strength. So if you have independent laners, generally like a ranged or something like that, that could still get some farm, stay safe, have an escape mechanism, it can work out, but you don't normally see it in a more of a competitive Dota scene. So it'll probably be an offlane Prophet. Maybe a solo safe lane. Picking it up first is always a little bit of a gamble, but he's also pretty common second round ban, even first round occasionally. So, you know, it's generally one of the things where you got to pick him up when you can.
Right. As long as he has such a strong push power that he does, I don't think he'll be banned out or he'll become a non-factor anytime soon. He'll always be a solid pickup, but he's situational. You got to go with he's a pusher. That's kind of, you can build him carry, but I just don't think that's the way to do it. So I think you got to play him as a pusher, and then you hopefully build a pushing lineup around him.
I think even more so than that, one of the things people notice is just his ability to be able to be in any fight at any time. I mean, a lot of the times you're obviously going to get a lot out of his push, and you do see push strats pretty much, you know, revolving around him. As you've seen Alliance play with him a lot, but a lot of the times in competitive games, you'll actually just see him always showing up to a fight. So anytime it's, you know, a 2v3, it all of a sudden becomes a 3v3, or, you know, a 4v2, if you want to look at it that way. And it really gives you the advantage, especially early on.
Reserve time.
Absolutely. Now we're going to see the two supports picked up on the LuxNuts here. We've got Jakiro, who's reemerged tremendously since just after TI, I'd say. People kind of discovered that Liquid Fire does a lot of damage to buildings, and that early game, he's huge. So expect at least a quick round of T1s out of the LuxNuts. And that Liquid Fire actually will do a lot of damage to the Tree Ants as well. So I'm liking the Jakiro so far. Then we're gonna add in Skywrath Mage. Once again, really strong hero, started to emerge around TI4. He's squishy, but he deals out a lot of magical damage. So we'll see if they can kind of how his positioning is, and if he can sit back and make plays with his ult and his silence. And hell, all of his spells really.
Yeah, and you're seeing Jakiro actually get picked up as a core. Universe has been playing him as an offlaner, which I think is pretty cool to see him in a different role. Really get the opportunity to check him out as a little bit more of a core, because he does have a lot of potential to do a ton of damage in fights. If you gear him up a little bit, you can kind of get a lot of items that can, benefit his spells a little bit better. And if you line him up, I mean, his ult does a tremendous amount of damage if you keep him in there. So.
Yep, he's become a stallion here in the drafting phase.
Good word choice.
Thank you. We got an Earthshaker coming out for support for Insane Valiance here. IV, I think, is what I'm gonna fucking call him, because I don't want to say that every time.
Sure.
But he's getting. I feel like he's picked up a lot. Even though when he kind of got nerfed is when his stun became a didn't become a targeting spell anymore. All of a sudden, players like EGM and stuff started picking him up, and he's seeing a lot more play now. But let's get into the second round of bans real quick. We had Spectre and Viper coming out for LuxNuts. Viper, always a pain in the ass. One of the strongest 1v1ers in the game. And then Spectre, another hard carry. Similar to the Naga ban. I don't think LuxNuts likes their hard carries playing against him.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. They are really, really against these hard carries.
These Radiance building hard carries, I guess.
Right. I mean, I guess. But the thing with PA is, I mean, if you get the right setup, you can kind of crush a lot of those carries. I mean, if you get a Battle Fury on PA, Naga Illusions aren't going to survive very long at all. I've seen that happen a few times. Not a lot of players like to build Battle Fury on PA. I personally still like it, but it's situational too. It depends. But you get a Tide ban and a Clockwork ban, so they're really concerned about that offlane.
Mm-hmm. They do not think that Jakiro is going in the offlane.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if he does. I think he's pretty strong both offlane and support. I'd bet he's support, but
Me too. Yeah.
We'll see. I do know a couple of the LuxNuts guys, and they say their best player is their offlaner, and that I can see him kind of being a universe, deciding he just wants to ball out in the offlane and picking up a Jakiro. So we'll see how that.
Let's talk about this Weaver pick here real quick. I've seen a lot of scenarios where PA is an incredible Weaver counter. Not only is Weaver going to pretty much be relying primarily on physical damage, he's going to have a little bit with Sakuchi damage, but he doesn't really have a good way to take care of PA. And the other thing is, as soon as he comes out of that Sakuchi, PA has the ability to essentially immediately go on him, and we know how squishy Weaver is. So I've seen a lot of times where Weaver can't really do his little cutesy tricks on PA, because immediately as soon as popping out, he's just going to immediately be engaged on, and it's really dangerous for a Weaver. So it's kind of a risky picking a Weaver into a PA. We're going to have to see how they work that out.
On top of that, picking a Weaver into a Skywrath. I mean, a Skywrath with a slow silence and ult can kill a Weaver by himself.
Yeah.
So this Weaver pick makes me, I would be very nervous about it, because essentially Weaver against any silence is going to have a tough time. And then on top of that, everything you said about PA is true, and they have a lot of Lincoln's pops, and if he gets caught in an Ice Path and a silence and a Skywrath ult, he's done for. Yep. So he's going to have to be very, very careful, especially with his positioning, and hopefully they're going to pick up someone that can kind of take some of the heat off of him.
Yeah, and that's another hero that's going to give Weaver kind of a hard time. And there's only so much. Like, PA Dagger breaks Lincoln's, which is pretty brutal. So Lincoln's isn't even going to work this game. He's going to need a BKB without a doubt. So it's going to be a tough game for Weaver. Really, really ballsy pick on their part. But I've seen them do some pretty good stuff last week when we cast them. So maybe they know what they're doing. Maybe they have a trick up their sleeve, but
I'm curious if they're gonna run him in the off lane, this Weaver, just so he's not kind of their one role. He's not who they're relying on the most.
I wouldn't assume so. I do think we're gonna definitely see the Legion Commander in the offlane for LuxNuts. I'm still thinking it's gonna be a Prophet offlane, and Weaver's probably gonna be their solo safe lane. And then I'm assuming they're gonna get some Roman supports going on, unless they just want to run a solo support and actually do want to jungle the Prophet. But I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think Jungle Prophet can be that profitable. But we'll have to see if they agree with me. We got a Dazzle Band coming out from LuxNuts, so they're thinking the same thing you are, that they need that one more support.
It was a good ban too, because that would have helped out the Weaver a lot,
Yep.
especially during duels. The Legion Commander, obviously, that kind of counters it, so it was a really good ban all around.
So we'll see what IV comes up with. I think that, let's see, if we assume Jakiro support, it looks like they need a mid, unless they're running PA mid. They either need a mid or a carry, I think. They're going to ban the bat, though. They're thinking they got a Legion either mid or carry, and PA, yeah, same thing, either mid or carry. So we'll see what this next pick should reveal a lot about the lanes. Not necessarily everything,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
well, let's see if we can get these lanes situated.
They do have a little bit of options so far. Both teams do with how they want to run stuff. A little bit of versatility, so we'll have to see how they want to do it. And depending on like how they think the enemy's going to lane, might be even good for them to switch stuff around.
Oh, we're going to see an Omni Knight. Now, I have seen a few strats where you kind of get one carry really fat, and you play sort of a core Omni Knight, and you have him protect the carry.
Right. I've seen Alliance kind of do this with Shadow Fiend. It worked out really well for them. They had Loda playing the Omni Knight. So, how about the Chen pick? What?
Yeah, we haven't seen a Chen in a minute.
Wow. Sorry, that just totally threw me off. A Chen. It's like
So,
holy
jungle-
dude versus another holy dude for these last picks. What is going on?
So we got Chen jungle, Natty off, Earthshaker supporting the Weaver bot, and then we got an Invoker mid, I think.
Oh my.
But now that we got all of our picks in, let's go ahead and introduce the lineups. We got B Bloom on the Jakiro for LuxNuts. We got Junior Luke 95 on the Skywrath. We got Ninja 2 Nuts on the PA. We got Derek Shizzle on the Omni, and Wong Man on the LC. How's the Radiant team looking there, Beef?
Well, we got Super here playing the Invoker. We saw some really good play from him last week. We got Celdric, playing this Weaver. We got Beko here on the Nature's Prophet. We got Poof on the Chen here. And where is he? Where's the Earthshaker? I don't know. And on the Earthshaker, we got Faint. So. Looks like right now it's kind of hard to determine where the lanes are actually going to be showing up for them. They're kind of all roaming all over the place. They're just getting some warded.
We got the whole team coming up here to try to make sure we get this ward down. And then Radiant, did the exact same thing over there. So.
Yep, I want to make sure that they have those runes, a little bit of vision on them, which is pretty critical early game. Really helps out the mid, and a lot of early ganks actually pretty much come from the runes. So you want to make sure that you always, know what's going on in those areas, and it's probably without question. I don't think anybody's arguing that's one of the best ward spots for the first round of wards in the game.
I'm a little surprised that that Dyer didn't make much of an effort to come and block some of Chen's camps. You'll see that teams really commit to blocking off a jungler when it's an obvious jungler like Chen, but no attempt made here by the Dyer, Chen's looking like he's gonna have some free farm at the beginning at least.
So LuxNuts is running this offlane Omni Knight, which isn't too crazy. And then they're going to run the LC mid against the Invoker. That could be kind of interesting to see, especially how mid pans out against them. They are just going to safe farm their PA. Try to get her as fat as possible. We do see the offlane Nature's Prophet.
I think with this Invoker going Quas Exort, that when those when he spawns his creeps that what's it called, overwhelming odds from Legion commanders getting it a lot stronger, based off, you know, just increased amount of units there.
Yep. I am still concerned about this Weaver, though. They have so much stuff to deal with this hero. And I'm actually kind of a Weaver fanboy. I've always really liked playing that hero, but he can be one of those heroes that can snowball like crazy, but if you have the proper team to deal with him, it could be a bad time, so.
Yeah, it really can. Looks like Chen trying to get an early net here on bottom. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, but maybe just a little harass.
Right. Omni has a lot of stuff to to deal with it, so...
Well, heck, a heal and he'll clean out Chen's creeps and heal himself, so...
Yep. He hasn't gotten a point in Repel yet, which is... I feel like if I was stuck in the offlane as an Omni, I would actually probably opt into that, perhaps even over Purification. It will take away your ability to get a kill necessarily, but at least you won't be able to get caught out too easily.
That's fair.
I'm not really sure. It depends, too. Repel might not help against the Weaver, too, so maybe that's what he was thinking, which would probably be smart of him.
Get stunned by the Earthshaker. They're gonna try to go in on him. I just don't think they have the right clicks to do it because he still has his heal.
Yep. He's going to be a hard kill for him, but without a doubt, I don't think he's going to have any problem farming against the Omni Knight. This Weaver's probably going to get nice and fat, and we're seeing that. I mean, 9 last hits on the Weaver, pretty much equal to their PA right now. So him and PA are pretty much neck and neck. Invoker doing real well mid.
But we're going to see the rotation coming in on him from the Skyrath and the Jakiro.
Yep, and they don't have vision over there, so he has no idea right
His
now.
ward is dire, so Radiant has no vision of what's going on. We'll see if they can catch him sleeping.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to wait for the Swain to push up, and they don't really have any rush. They don't have vision.
It's not going to happen for a while, though.
Yeah.
I guess
Invoker, I don't think he has any idea. I haven't seen any pings or anything coming out, so, but he is in pretty good position. He's, like, he's all the way up there in the safe, so they're just going to head back into the jungle. They've had enough. They didn't feel like waiting around anymore. Meanwhile, we have Chen hanging out doing his thing in the jungle, being a Chen, which you don't see. Ooh, actually, speaking of the devil, he just smoked up. Yep, he has the Earthshaker with him, so we'll have to see how this works out. They're going to try a little mid-gank of their own, and probably to a slightly better avail here. I'm assuming you're going to start off with this Earthshaker stun.
Oh,
and they're revealed. And that
goes out.
Oh, the Centaur, though, is it going to be able to get to him?
Centaur, he should be able to get the stomp
snap
off.
is off, but he can't get away. He's... And
here comes Nature's Prophet. That's what we're talking about. An extra man to fight at all times, and that'll get them that kill.
That was kind of a goofy little thing. I think he was trying to get away, but that Earthshaker was in the perfect position there with his wall. And that Legion Commander, he did press the attack, the Cold Snap off, which was a really good move for him.
But then ended up running right back into that Centaur Stomp.
Yep, and that Nature's Prophet coming in with that 1 point in spread, it can really make a huge difference in these early fights. So.
All of a sudden, we got a lot of creeps mid. Wow, the Centaur getting off a stomp right before he dies, but that overwhelming odds did a lot of damage there just from the amount of creeps that Radiant's gonna have. I didn't realize that coming out of the draft that with the Nature's Prophet and a Chen, they're gonna have a lot of creeps.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a lot of pushing power. That T1's almost dead.
It's in deny range, so he's gonna deny it for sure. This is so far a pretty even match. It was good that they got the first blood there, because I feel like they're going to need it right now. PA and Weaver, they're pretty close. Weaver's a little bit ahead on last hits, but, regardless, looking at matchup, I just got to give the advantage of the PA, with the way I think things are going to work out.
Just based on, like, how effective they're going to be late game. Wow.
Taking a lot of harass there.
Feint having to jump in on the Earthshaker and kind of try to wall off this relentless core Omni Knight that we're seeing.
The other thing too that you got to look at is they have so many easy pickoffs to that PA between the Nature's Prophet, the Invoker a little bit, but definitely the Chen too. A lot of he blinks and gets a crit, and those targets are pretty much dead.
Now we're gonna see a rotation mid. This Invoker's pretty low. Legion's trying to find him, and then we had Skyrath as well as Jakiro try to rotate in, but
they're all looking for him.
Catches a little bit of luck going for the farm. This
Did you
Omni
see
Knight
how-
gets netted, but almost dies to the or almost kills the chest
Oh.
to heal. Excuse me.
Locks himself in.
It's 4-on-1 right now. The Sunstrike got him.
Well played. And his repel just wore off just previously of that, so. Holy
Legion Commander
comes
gets
in
the
with
kill with
back,
the
yeah.
overwhelming
All
odds.
those things and
Yeah, if she had seen
armies
Earthshaker, she might have been even to get a second one. Everyone walked out of that with almost no health. They kind of thought surrounding an Omni Knight would be a good idea.
Yeah,
They were proven wrong.
They did get the kill on Omni though, so that was
True.
good for him. So I think ultimately it worked out. I mean, Invoker got a kill. They did lose the Omni Knight, but he's an Omni Knight. He'll be right. He'll brush it off. You know?
That's what Omni Knights do. No fucks given. Even a little bit.
Nope. They'll be alright. They'll get by. So, you know, they grew up on the streets or something. I'm not really sure.
Something along those lines for sure, though.
Yeah. So we haven't seen any duels come out. Just kind of the danger with this hero is if you don't get duels off at a pretty regular rate, you can actually fall pretty behind on Legion Commander. She does have a haster, and looking like she's hanging out bot, looking for. They might actually end up catching this Nature's Prophet out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
he
going
has
for
a
it.
haste. He's gonna go in here. He's might not be able to get
No
him.
vision.
Nope. Yep.
I think he should have
That was
saved
well
that
played.
overwhelming odds to give him vision in between the trees.
Yep.
I understand he was trying to get it for the speed burst, but he was already hasted, so.
Right. Yeah. I'm not sure if he did that for damage, but that might have just been an accidental misplay there. So, but yeah.
Kind of a force of habit, but
Yeah,
regardless.
exactly. Clever idea, but at the wrong moment there, and it kind of ended up hurting him. It might have not worked out either way, but who knows?
Weaver's going into 3 here. Does the Skywrath Mage have a point in silence? I can't click on him for some reason, but man, that's
He does.
He does. Okay, I think you're controlling what heroes I get to click on.
Nice.
So that's cool, I guess.
If you hit
Legion
escape-
Commander. Looks like she was gonna try to catch out the Invoker mid, but Chen is
That's a
here
lot
and
of
she needs to
things.
get out. There you go.
If you hit escape, I think it'll fix that problem. By the way, it'll untarget whatever I'm targeting. It could be wrong.
No.
Well-
As soon as I press escape, it goes right back to it.
Well, suck it up.
Whoa,
Legion
alright.
Commander though hasn't been doing much farming at all lately. Really,
Dude,
just
just
looking for the
profit
duel.
coming in hot. She heard you
that's
about
gonna
the
be a
dual
lot of
Sunstrike
damage.
on top of the heal from Omni Knight is not going to be enough. Fisher goes out, everything's going out. We gotta repel on the Omni Knight, but the right clicks.
Yeah, they ended up coming through that jungle. They're really catching that Legion Commander out and
Oh,
taking
waits
like
the salve, but does get the purification off. Weaver's gonna dive him.
Is under attack. His shell
He doesn't have
Losing,
enough
taking
mana.
tower shots.
no such
Omni does not have man. Nah, he's caught out.
There it is.
It's a kill.
Cold snap on the Skywrath. Are we gonna see a Fisher from the Earthshaker? Nope. They're gonna look to push this
Oh, that's
bottom
PA.
bottom
PA
2-1.
just came in. Doesn't have too much mana. Can blink strike once. They end up finding this Earthshaker.
Yeah, his Doom's
That's
gonna find the
something
Earthshaker. Yeah, Earthshaker. I think Earthshaker's out of luck here.
Oh, that's
Get the
an
duel
easy duel
tower
too.
is under attack.
There it
Oh,
is.
we found it. Nice.
Yet stand.
That's pretty fun.
Mid, we got a spread on Jakiro, but Tango's his way through it. We got another cold snap. Invoker's got no more mana, and Jakiro too fast.
Not quite enough. This could be a kill though, man. They got the Weaver here.
Oh man,
They're
they got the Omni Knight here.
Yeah, the Omni Knight's kind of a cock block in that manner. They are.
Just a little bit.
This PA though, it's getting kind of scary. 42 last hits. The Weaver's at 35, so even's a little bit ahead of that. Invoker and Prophet doing really well though. And
Do it.
that could benefit him a little bit.
Yep, pulling ahead of that PA net worth. So, as of now, Radiant definitely with the gold advantage, about 3,500. But it's early, doesn't mean a whole lot right now. But these early team fights, if they keep going Radiant's way, we could see a bit of a snowball here.
One thing to look at is they actually went pure late game too, so they're not even looking to necessarily be able to stop their team fights or their stuff right away. They just want to farm up, which again I'm not sure is a good idea against the PA. Maybe they can prove me wrong, but it's with an Omni Knight and a Legion Commander, and then they have like a couple stuns and silent. Like they have a real well-rounded team fight to just capitalize off of the pressure that PA can put on the heroes. It's going to be really hard for them to deal with. So I'm not sure the Midases were the best route to go.
Attack pause comes out.
Attack pause, are you sure?
Positive. So we had a Midas come out for Nature's Prophet. Did Invoker get Midas as well?
Yeah, Voker had it for a while though.
Okay.
I believe they both actually had it for a little while. So, yeah, I mean, let's look at the net worth here. Um, so Invoker, the two Midases are definitely on top right now, as expected. But again, that's not going to help him with the PA. I think one of the best things they could have did is get a reliable silence to stop the Omni Knight from helping out the PA, because that's just going to be brutal for them to deal with. And then just getting up an MKB on their Weaver, on their Nature's Prophet, or even their Invoker, and being able to have the damage to just click them, just really all focus that PA. I think that would actually be the best bet. At least that's what I personally would think I would do. But they're definitely going a different route here. They're not worried about it. They're just going to do their own thing, play their own game. They do have the push if they need early on here, so maybe that's what they're going to do, is just start pressuring. But it could be interesting to see how things turn out with it.
Yeah, I got to wonder if that's why they went with the Weaver. They were trying to think of someone that's a natural MKB carrier.
Maybe.
And so they went with Weaver. Attack pause coming in. Cold Snap Fisher and the Sprout. That's a dead PA.
Oh boy.
So tack pause or not, the PA goes down.
Right. He was probably DC'd and got caught out of position because of it. Not really
They were
sure.
saying that the Earthshaker was having problems, who was involved in the fight, so I can see why they're kind of panicked and wanted to get him in that fight.
Sure.
But regardless, it's now 5-2, advantage towards the Radiant.
So Nature's Prophet, 1,200 gold right now. Still has brown boots though. I'm assuming that's going to be his next item.
They're going to push that top tower and maybe even dive the Skywrath, but Jakiro is here. They're going to try to dive the Skywrath. There's the Sprout. We're going to see a Sunstrike, but him tango out of it.
Oh,
I mean, that comes in with the heal, and they can't get him.
Like, that heal throws his whole health. That was wild. Oh, they're gonna catch up.
Oh, Nature's Prophet getting a little cocky, TPing right in front of him, and he's going down. They do finish off that top T1 though.
Legion Commander, unfortunately, not gonna be able to make it in time for the duel. Meanwhile, down bottom, they're gonna be pressuring this tower a little bit, but PA's doing everything she can to stop her.
Push is still real, in case we were wondering.
Push will be real this game. 2 towers against 0 towers, so Invoker pulling ahead quite well in this net worth here. Doing a lot of pushing, getting a lot of Midas gold, so he could be what they need to actually keep this PA in line later on in the game.
Yeah, they could definitely. That's a little influenced by the towers. Are we going to see a cold snap on the Omni and Echo Slam used? Finish off the kill before he can repel or heal.
He did try to repel, and the cold snap canceled.
Yep, cold snap that.
And he just kept running, and yeah, he really needed to force out that repel, I think, in order to survive that, because he took a ton of magic damage. He did use the Echo Slam though. One out, so.
Yeah, and I think if he didn't, the probably a purification would have gotten off.
Or even his ult, either one.
You're right.
Maybe both.
Cold snap on the PA bottom. They're looking to dive again. There's the Sprout. There's the Sunstrike. There's the Weaver. You got mass DPs coming in from LuxNuts. They're trying to defend this. They're going to be able to turn this, I believe. Get an Ice Path and a overwhelming odds. Gets the duel off on the Invoker, and the Invoker's going down. Nature's Prophet TP's out. Looks like everyone's going to get out safely. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet coming in, TP'd out of that fight to the top lane. Trying to push, but we got Jakiro coming in. Not fearing the Jakiro.
Nope, not at all.
They'll exchange a few right clicks, and Nature's Natty Pro will head back to whatever the hell he wants to do.
This Invoker really utilizing his Cold Snap, setting up a lot of kill potential with it. Really just even initiating on it. They have the Weaver to get in there and start hitting stuff. The long range on the Sprouts really, giving them a lot of options here to capitalize off of the long range of the Cold Snap.
Yeah, it looks like LuxNuts is going for this T1 bot, but Ivy doesn't want to give it up easy.
He missed that Sunstrike.
Missed the standstill Sunstrike. Does not miss the Cold Snap. Legion Commander could be in a little trouble. PA blinks in, not fearing anything with this repel.
And then just runs back right away. Oh, this is the moment
the Omni Knight ult.
Needs the man.
They don't have a tower, so
they actually had. I think they had a ton of ability or ton of opportunity there to actually win that fight. With that repel on that PA, she probably could have killed one.
We missed the Skywrath and Jakiro soloing, or not soloing, getting the Nature's Prophet up top.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's the strength of the Skywrath.
Sunstrike, got him.
Oh, that kill! That was really well played there. as easy as you can get a kill with Skywrath, it's also just as easy to die with that hero. So
Absolutely, he is so squishy.
that Chen creeps. Yeah, it's not having a good time. It's definitely going by
The
this.
Earthshaker, if they know where he is, he can get. Oh, his teammates here. Never mind. He will.
He has a lot of
he'll
buddies. They're
recover.
gonna definitely go in here too. He's gonna look for this Echo Slam.
Echo Slam is up.
And really well
Gets him
played.
on the wrong side, but the Nature's Prophet's there. The blink away into the Echo Slams. Repel saving the PA's life. Maybe only momentarily though.
Oh, that Earthshaker silenced and doesn't go down.
Doesn't get finished by the Mystic Flare. Scar taking a lot of damage, gets healed, but no matter. Omni Knight trying to TP out, and he goes down.
Oh, wow.
And they're gonna look to push this T2 in. Weaver trying to dive. Nature's Earth.
Sunstrike almost
Invoker.
finished off.
Barely missing with that Sunstrike.
Oh,
and
I didn't hit him? I thought I hit him.
Dire's bottom
Regardless,
tower
he's
is
not
under
dead.
attack.
Yeah, he didn't die to it.
Structures are
Okay.
fortified.
I was looking for it, I didn't see where it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, now this is insane push is what you're pretty much going to see. Anytime they lose a fight like that in an area like this, they're going to really pay
Yeah,
for
I mean, they lose the tower every time they lose a fight.
it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's kind of one of the bigger strengths of the team. I think what they need to do is stop, they seem like they're really afraid of the enemy team. When they have the Omni Knight, they have the CC to control. All they need is that PA to get in there, I think, and attack stuff. But looks like all she really wants to do is just finish this Battle Fury off before she gets a little ballsy with stuff. So
I think they need a little more cohesion. That Omni Knight all was kind of used in a panic, and
right,
there was
like they could have
no
actually
teamwork
fought.
there. Earthshaker could be in trouble here if Legion can get a duel off. I don't know. They're gonna back away. Regardless of whether, I don't think they saw the Nature's Prophet TP if they're gonna back off. Legion chilling in the creep camp. It's been a little ballsy today. Runs into an Earthshaker. Not sure if they have the damage for this.
Oh,
There's
that's
the
what-
Fisher and the Sprout.
And Quelling
She has a
Blades are
Quelling
really
Blade,
paying
yeah,
off.
and she'll get
Her
out.
and
Man.
PA both have Quelling Blades, and they've used them multiple times in this
Oh, with
match.
Invoker Guard on the Jakira mid, uses Cold Snap to cancel the TP. Spawns the Forged Spirits, Nature's Prophet TPing in, cancels it. Trying to get a better angle.
Just Prophet is TPing in now.
Skyrath is here, Omni Knight's here. I think this is gonna go Dire's way. Oh, but so is
Shadow
Earthshaker as well as the Weaver.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh, that
under
Weaver's
great
gonna have a lot of
Fisher.
damage right here.
Weaver's
You need to be careful
Weaver
that
zips out of the Mystic Flare. Cold Snap goes on Jakiro. Jakiro's down. Now the duel goes off on Earthshaker, but so is the Sunstrike goes off on the dual Legion. Omni Knight keeping her alive, but not for long. Omni Knight also finished off by the Weaver and Forged Spirits. This could be a T2 mid as well as top.
Yep. A lot of crazy target changes. The Shadow Blade kind of threw him off. Nature's Prophet just picked up a Shadow Blade a little bit previous to that fight, and they didn't end up expecting that. So, but they do have a Weaver, so I don't understand why at this point they didn't have the dust to really reveal that. I think they did. I think
They
it was
did
just-
have the dust, and he uses ultimate to get out of it.
No, for the Nature's Prophet I'm talking about Shadow
Oh,
Blade, 'cause
they
he got
had-
away with the hell.
Okay, they dusted for the Weaver.
Yeah, after the Nature's Prophet Shadow Blade away.
Dire's top tower
Like,
is
if they
under
would have
attack.
just... I think they didn't know he went invis or something, I'm not really sure. But he's in a lot of danger here.
They're trying to go in on this Omni Knight, but he does have Shadow Blade, and Omni Knight has no detection though.
Yeah. They definitely need to get a little bit more dust on the team that is hurting him right now.
Mhm.
Omni has no way out of this.
Cold
He's
Snap,
totally
and can't even get the animation off. He barely does. Any chance? No, the right click's just too much. There's too many people there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
That
attack.
Chen actually ended up grabbing that creep at the end, I think. Using the thing to shoot at it. It was kind of cool. It was a nice one.
Radiant's
Though.
bottom tower is fading fast.
Well, I'm saying Valiance, a lot of momentum right now.
This Chen pickup though.
Yeah, really. I've seen some real nice ults on him too. He's really been paying off for a lot of these fights.
Yeah, he's been on point today. We got just to put some numbers to it. We got a 12,000 gold lead for Insane Valiance, but only about a 5,500 gold or XP lead, excuse me. So levels they're at least staying somewhat competitive, but gold's getting a little out of hand. And
Yeah, it's from all those towers.
yep, Valiance is gonna get those first round items before LuxNuts, and they'll probably look to finish the game with when everyone gets their first big item.
And this is where things are going to get a little bit more tricky, but I think if they focus on just pushing these towers for high ground, I don't think they're going to have a big problem. I think if they try to force out the fights, though, dive into the base to try to pick people off, I think it's actually going to end up being a challenge for them. But if they play it cool, use the Fort Spirits, use the creeps, try to take out some of those creeps, I think, ooh, Duel ended up going on the...
Well, shoot, Duel goes in on the Earthshaker.
Doesn't get it, though. Does get the kill.
Finishes him outside the Duel. His Invoker could be in a little trouble. He's in deep. Tries to force staff away.
PA is fighting here.
Yeah, Weaver's going in as well. Weaver with his new BKB is going to keep going. They're trying to pick up a Jakiro at least, but he doesn't have any right-click damage.
And there's
your advice went for that BKB rush since Lincoln wasn't going to do him much good and pays for it with 0 right-click damage.
Yeah, but Weaver's always going to do a little bit of right-click damage, no matter what. He naturally hits kind of hard. You have a little bit of damage from Sakuchi. I mean, you're not going to do a ton, but Weaver always has the potential to pick one dude off in a fight, and they do have, you know, a couple, well, okay, like one squish, and then Jakiro's not too hard to kill, but Jakiro's a little tankier than most supports.
Yeah, it does have 1100 health at level 11, so that's not bad at all.
But, I mean, he can kill that Skywrath with a BKB pop 100% of the time.
Right.
So it's gonna be a rough time. Skywrath is gonna need to stay real far back at this point if he wants to live in any of these fights.
Looks like they're gonna try to push this T3 top in. They got all 5 up there. F Roche, we don't need it.
I think it's the right idea to just keep this pressure up right now, keep him in the base. PA just finished her Battle Fury, and I think more than anything right now, she wants to go out and farm. But I mean, it's 21 minutes in, and they are really looking to push this high ground. They don't want to give them any room to farm up or get to the point they want to get.
Man, but that Legion's overwhelming odds really keeping them out of the base right now.
Yeah.
More creeps they build up, the more damage she's doing, and it's hurting them real bad right now.
They were real spread out there. They could have definitely went on an Earthshaker if they wanted to pursue that.
I think so too.
You got a little up there.
But
no, it looks like they probably are heading to Roche.
They are gonna go to Roche. They're gonna take my advice.
Yep.
They're listening to me. I appreciate it. I pretend like I know what I'm talking about. People listen.
It's like PA's going for the Helm of the Dominator. Wants to have a little bit of ability to stay in their fight, get some lifesteal. Not sure it's going to help out, though. They have a ton of damage and a ton of lockdown for it, too, I think.
Could help on a lucky crit, but and it's an easy build into that Satanic.
Sure.
Once again, giving her that increased longevity in the fight, so...
So, Georgia Power, in your humblest of opinions, with as much early aggression that we're seeing here on this team, do you really think going the 2 Midases, I mean, granted it's working out, they could have pretty much took that 2,000 gold and applied it to another, item and had been, significantly more, effective at fighting and even pushing at this point. Do you think the Midases were a good pickup for how aggressive they are?
Well, let's see. What item could Invoker have bought with the 2,000 gold right now? Looks like he's going Yules.
Yules, yeah. I mean, Yules is 2,700.
He could have finished the Yules, and the Nature's Prophet could have made what?
Yeah, I mean, you could have gotten drums on one of them. Drums would be really
True.
effective for these early game pushes. I mean, that's obviously just a fantastic item if you're grouped up like they are. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing the idea out there. It just amazes me with that, like how aggressive they're being. I just don't think that the Midas is necessarily fit. I know Invoker is kind of a hero where it's really painful to have to avoid the Midas, though, because of
mouse issues.
Looks like we've got some mouse issues here for a pause. But Invoker needs the levels from the Midas. I mean, levels experience is fantastic for Invoker. And it's pretty much on par with how much gold you even have on this hero. I mean, all the spells benefit so nicely into the late game with it. So the quicker you get your levels, the more powerful you are. So I think the Midas on him was a good pickup. I would have probably picked up something different on the Nature's Prophet, though. And he still has brown boots. What is brown boots?
Well, they the one thing is they kind of secured their spot in the late game with these Midases. We know that Nature's Prophet and Invoker, even though they're naturally strong late game, kind of solidified their status as being relevant later on with that Midas. So it's kind of a safe pick, even with how aggressive they're playing. I agree, they don't quite match up, but they're being really aggressive, but saying at the same time, hey, just in case this goes late, we're gonna be ready for it.
Right. I just feel like it was kind of a risk because they really needed to make sure that this PA didn't get out of control, which I think they actually had opportunities, and I do dare say that there should have been some fights they should have actually went on the offensive instead of just running. I really feel like it could have worked out. Just looking at terms of what the teams had before the gold difference really changed, I think LuxNuts could have won a lot of early fights had they actually taken them. But they chose to play it safe, and I think they wanted to go late game. You kind of saw that from the drafts, and I think this early aggression is actually hurting them a lot. It's not what they wanted to deal with.
Yeah, it's a they do have some good anti-push with Jakiro and Legion Commander, and I guess as well as PA now that she's finished her Battle Fury.
Yep.
But the question is it going to be able to be enough to hold off all these creeps? Like, there's a lot of them, but
yep.
I don't know if they can finish off all of them.
The best thing that they can really do is send in like a round of the Nature's Prophet stuff. It's save the Chen creeps, save the Invoker Forge Spirits. Let them kind of blow their initial spells to wipe out the first creep wave, and then just use the Forge Spirits, the Chen creeps, and just their ranged abilities. Stay in good formation. I think if they just do that, they could poke at the tower and get it down pretty quickly. They have a lot of damage that can go out. A lot of escape ability. They have a Force Staff. They have a Weaver that can run out. And kind of like I was saying earlier on, if they just try to force that tower out instead of taking fights, I don't think it'll be too hard for them to breach the high ground. But
right.
They're playing real safe right now.
One thing I'd really be concerned about if I was LuxNuts is that the Legion only has 20 bonus damage.
Right.
26 minutes into the game, and that's pretty slow pace as far as snowballing goes. So,
yep.
Unless
they had a ton
starts
of
to turn.
stuff. I don't know how long he had a blink for. I didn't catch when he got that. But the thing is, he really needed that blink earlier because they have
struggling to find the duels.
I mean, with the Purification, the Omni ult, the Skywrath ult just dropping on top. I mean, they had so many ways that they could have snowballed. Really took in the effect of Snowball the Legion Commander, and it wasn't really utilized. Probably because he couldn't get up there and get the duels off in a timely manner.
Looks like they're saying Valiance didn't really share how they're going to try to approach this. I'd be surprised if they don't make a move with this Aegis. But it's not looking like they're going to right now. They're thinking about it, but their creep waves get wiped out so fast.
Yeah, they do have some necro books and stuff. I mean, they have two routes to go. They could either just make this Earthshaker blink in and just go balls to the wall and start.
Oh, I see what they're doing. They're going to force a fight top, and this Nature's Prophet's going to take bottom.
Okay.
See, I see the plan.
It's not a bad idea. That's what you call the third plan. So I mentioned two there, and now this is they're going to go with the alternative.
Good old Plan C. Oh, Nature's Prophet. Now he's coming back mid. It looks like they're gonna try to go 4-1, but they gotta do it here shortly until before this Aegis runs out.
Oh, man.
No, granted, LuxNuts didn't get a whole lot of farm, so they're kind of St. Valiance is kind of choking them out. But
you look at
was
this
just
net worth, though. You look at this net worth, and the PA is slowly creeping up. I mean, they still have a pretty good lead, but the PA, especially with that Battle Fury, just being stuck in the face, just wiping out creep waves slowly to show. Ooh, they do actually end up catching out the Legion Commander a little bit.
Not gonna
push them back, and that tower's just falling.
Yeah, there's just so much going on. Oh, they're gonna blow the fort. Nature's Prophet's pushing in bot, so they got 2 people trying to defend bot. They got 3 people trying to defend top. G3 does go down. Legion getting dangerously low as well.
This gives the Weaver a lot of room to do what he needs to do.
TP in from Nature's Prophet. Oh, the PA is going to go in. She's feeling the Purification. Goodness, the global heal comes out from Chen. We got
that
PA
repel.
with the Purification is just chopping people up. The repel, excuse me. Chen's goes down to a mega crit. Can they catch anyone else?
That's what they should have did a while ago. I mean, that PA with repel, there was nothing they could do to stop that. Nothing. PA took no damage in that fight at all. It's just completely. They just ran from her, and I'm not sure if anybody.
Nature's Prophet trying to push bottom, but he's going to get caught in a duel. Does she have the damage to finish it off? It's going to be close, but answer's no.
Oh, the dust is there though. Oh,
Oh, the
that
Mystic
Sky
Flare
Rattle!
misses, and the but what a play by Legion to Quelling Blade in. So she can get the kill.
That was so close, man. Oh my god. Anyway, as I was saying, you could not run from a PA, and that kind of hurt him in that last fight because they did just try to run out, and you can't. PA's always going to catch it. It's like the hardest hero in the game to run from, maybe besides Viper. You know, questionable, similar though. A lot of chase potential on PA.
Okay, so we're after a small victory for LuxNuts here in their base. They lose their T3.
Yep.
But they are getting their PA formed up. She got 4,100 gold in the bank. Maybe going for that Skull Basher. Just try to squeeze a little more lockdown out of that team. They have 0 reliable stuns actually, which is, unless you want to consider the duel a stun, but
Kind of is, you know.
yeah, pretty not much lockdown. How about we'll just leave it at that.
Right. Yeah.
But it looks like if I'm insane Valiance, I think I'm trying basically the same thing. Probably farm up, Roche up. You know, I do like the 4-1 strat to split Nature's Prophet off. I would like to see him get a little more right click just to make sure that he can take down towers quick. I'd imagine that's what his next item is.
They need an MKB at this point because that PA is just going to be non-stop repel.
Is Weaver working on one?
No, he looks
going
like
to Lincoln's.
Or yeah, definitely Lincoln's.
Or Battle Fury.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to.
Alright, here goes the repel out in PA. She's gonna want to jump in.
Yeah, I think PA after the last fight
Should catch out this Invoker.
Yep,
And he's just gonna melt. Oh, 4 steps out, but I still think he's done. Yeah. Nature's Prophet trying to play the rat while Earthshaker and Chen just kind of toying with him. Earthshaker could get himself caught out here if he's not careful. And PA's just gonna blink with the creep wave and keep farming. Nature's Prophet though trying to push bot, but good awareness by LuxNuts, and they're not gonna let it happen.
Invisibility.
So yeah, at this point the Midas is definitely not going to pay off because I think this is, I mean, it's pretty much going to come down to a rat fest now. I think they're not looking to take fights anymore at this point, so they're just going to want to rat it out. Alternatively, I think PA finally realized, oh, I'm a PA, I can kill stuff, and that's
we have a 10 creeps coming in, and with an Invis Earthshaker, we got the TP coming in from Nature's Prophet, but
that's the Omni
does a
Knight,
lot of
though.
damage, but the Omni ult is just too much.
And the blink in from the Legion Commander with the duel.
And the Weaver just gets blown up. The Skywrath coming in, there comes the dagger from PA. Chen trying to TP out from Skull Bash, gets him, and he's toast anyway.
You see the power of that Omni Knight there with a hero like PA. Really effective strat to be able to do something like that. So, and at this point, the Battle Fury just offers a lot of food with all the creeps, the Chen creeps. I mean, PA can really just wipe them out. Another Blink Dagger coming out, and they got it on the Omni Knight. That's a fun pickup right there. So he's really going to be able to have the mobility to make sure that he's there if the PA gets caught out, which is kind of what we saw there. But it would have been a really good catch out there on the PA had the Omni not been there to kind of turn things. That's for now, though.
Back in action, folks.
Oh,
not even a beat miss thanks to Beef Nardo.
Thanks. Yeah, I had no idea you were gone, and then you didn't talk for a second. But either way, looking at this net worth, I mean, look how quick that PA caught
PA is
up.
getting scary.
I mean, I was preaching this all game. Yeah, and exactly what I thought was going to happen is pretty much happening. The only thing is that the Midases are
We're
definitely...
seeing Invoker and Weaver and Nature's Prophet going on PA. She should just blink out of that. No, she's gonna try to TP, but it's not gonna work. So PA getting a little greedy there. Kind of unnecessarily. They had a lane pushed here. She could have farmed. She didn't need to be this far out.
They have no buyback either. This is pretty much the time they're going to absolutely need to force something out here. They have a minute down where that PA cannot buy back. So if they don't actually end up getting a tower or even a Rax out of this, it's going to be really bad for them.
Now Legion has built up a little bit of damage from this farm, so we'll see how much she can dish out and how much she can take. I think we're gonna have to see it here.
She could probably get a duel win. They do have
Prophet
a
ratting the Rax top. Hold on, we got.
Oh, wow, nice.
We're gonna get T3 mid as well. We're gonna blow up the fort. We got 3 people dedicated to this Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile,
yeah, and they're backing out mid for some reason. Oh, the duel does go off.
Duel on the on the Invoker. There's the armor reduction, and wow, that's a lot of damage coming out.
Oh, that armor.
She kills him actually after the duel, but Legion is gonna live. Oh, the Necro's trying to get the melee racks, but they can't finish it off. Man, that is 3 right clicks down.
Meanwhile, they didn't get mid tower.
Yeah,
so they got 1 ranged racks out of that. Was all they got. That was not effective for them. I think going just all balls to the wall mid would have actually been a better approach for him there. They have a lot of damage on towers, but they probably could have really just tore that down.
Weaver's gonna try to backdoor this Rax. It looks like he's got a lot of people walking by. He's gotta wait till the traffic clears out. Nah, he's gonna back off.
Yeah, I don't think it was the right approach. Too risky, especially with the stuff you see.
I don't think he has the damage to do it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what their team's missing right now. They're really relying on that magic damage to get them through. And at this point, none of them have damage items.
Looks like that Nature's Prophet is going Deso though, so he'll be able to melt buildings here before we know it. About 200 gold off.
Yeah, that'll help him out.
He needs that. I was saying that earlier. He really needs something to take down buildings, and looks like he's gonna pick it up.
This PA, they're getting real fat. Getting that Abyssal out, so he's going to have that real good lockdown to make sure that he can get kills on a target like Weaver, for example. So it's going to be real dangerous for him. They have a lot of heroes that PA can just melt through at this point. And alternatively, they still have very little damage on their team. Invoker kind of has stuff built in. You know, he'll be able to do damage as needed, probably appropriately, but the Deso will help too a little bit, but the Weaver really needs to start picking up damage items at this point.
Yeah, the Weaver is very mediocre on the farm board, 5th, and for being what looked like their number 1, they really not a lot coming out from him. They do pick up Roche, but
there was a big here we go, big team fight going in.
Here he goes. Oh god, what a tornado! Echo Slam sort of misses, but here comes the Omni Knight ult. Weaver BKB trying to do damage, but he just doesn't have anything for it.
And that PA is just right clicking away.
That PA is just too bad right now.
Has not used the Abyssal yet, but he's just gonna be able to choose.
He should be able to use it. Yeah, uses it on the Invoker. Earthshaker trying to finish off Omni, but not enough damage. The Invoker does have Aegis. Oh, he pops the Invis. No, none of them have Dust.
Oh my. They are getting owned by Invis.
Invis, OP. Nature's Prophet does finish off the top racks and does finish off the T3. Is he gonna right click Omni down here? Oh, he misses close. Could have finished him. The range racks looks like it's gonna go down.
Omni might end up getting dueled here though if he's not careful. A few seconds left on it. And
he does, and he does. As the tornado comes in, Legion, the Gauntlet toggle.
Oh, that PA though back in action.
A lot of damage. A lot of damage. I think they need to get out. They should be lucky that they got what they got and now they need to leave.
Yep. Yeah, that was really good backdooring. I mean, that's the number 1 thing with Prophet, man. Like, you let your guard down for a second. Really smart idea for him to just TP up there and start working on those. So really well played on his part. And that kind of gave him a little bit more pull in this game. It was starting to look a little scary. They got the Roche, so that was good. But after that fight, PA's going to end up catching out the Earthshaker here.
Earthshaker, he's been doing that all game. He's been flirting with disaster over there on that over at this warding spot, and he finally gets cut out for it.
Yeah, real ballsy player for sure. On this part.
Seen about a we'll call it an 8,000 gold swing back in the favor of LuxNuts. That PA just starting to get fat and starting to win fights for him. That XP, I imagine, wow, it is actually 10,000 in favor of LuxNuts. We literally saw an 11,000 Radiant to 11,000 Dire. In the past 9 minutes, we saw a 22,000 XP swing. That is ridiculous. And
just a couple 1-team fights. I mean, they're getting some of the stuff out of this fight, but a lot of the kills are going in favor of LuxNuts now.
It's that PA. I mean, really, she really carried him. She was the only one that was really competitive in the net worth at when these team fights started to break out. Now they alternate back to where they want to be. Actually, a little bit ahead of with the Chen Omni there. They don't quite alternate, but the carries are definitely competitive. Problem Legion is pretty far behind the Invoker. We'd like to see her catch up a little bit, but for the most part, they're back in it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, when they were having a hard time pushing up high ground, it was really, although it didn't seem like it because they were stuck on the base, it was actually going in their favor. It might make a run on PA.
Yeah, Invoker wants to go in, but he definitely can't do it by himself. I don't know if Chen being there is going to help too much. Here comes Tornado.
He's going to try, though.
There's the Unrelenting Force. She blinks to him.
Doesn't
Omni Knight is here for help, and Jakiro's coming in hot. Oh, Echo Slam doing big damage. They can kill. Oh, they kill off the PA.
That Echo
BKBs
Slam
goes in. Jakiro lets everything fly, but the duel in the fire is going to melt the Invoker. Weaver not just walking around, not really clicking anything. This Chen is going to go down as well. Weaver still has his ultimate available. Uses it now. Right back into the Mystic Flare. Earthshaker almost picks off the Omni Knight with the Fisher. Weaver really needs to get out of here.
Earthshaker did a lot of work on that fight. Really well played on his part.
Nature's Prophet trying to push top. Okay, now he's going back mid. Can he beat back for protection? Oh god, yeah. Forces the buyback from PA and the fortification. I don't think he
Shadow
can
Blade.
get this.
He does have a gem though in Jakiro. He's definitely good.
They do get the rack stuff, but he came, he saw, he conquered, and he died.
Yeah, those creeps just finished it off real quick, even though they were focusing down that Prophet.
Alright, so we do have a T3 bottom with only 400 health left.
Yep.
And that it's 400 health and 2 racks away from essentially being GG, folks.
And this is the power of the rat that you see, and it's up to LuxNuts now. They really gotta take action here. If they want to win this game, I mean, they only have one option, and that is to just go balls to the wall. Whatever lane you want to do, I mean, pretty much, but you got to make a play, because if you don't make a play at this point, they're just going to do the same thing. They're going to wait until the next fight, and then the Prophet's just going to TP in a backdoor. So it's only a matter of time, and it might take 2 or 3 attempts, but things keep going this. I mean, look at this, tower's already almost dead.
Yeah, so. they're in deep shit, no doubt.
Yeah, for lack of a better wording, they are in deep shit. So we're gonna have to go. And I mean, the Weaver's only gonna get stronger. We were talking about we were kind of talking about the Weaver's farm, but he was really really utilizing a lot of pushing with the team. Not utilizing that strong word, but you know what I mean. He was really making sure that he was present at those fights to help push and help get the momentum that they needed. And it did slow his farm down quite a lot, but I mean, it's going to go up at this point. I mean, the less pushing that they're going to be focused on is just going to leave a lot of room for the Weaver farm. And granted, he has to share it with a lot of other people. It will start going up, and the damage will start coming out on him. And we still don't see an MKB, and I mean, things could turn, especially Prophet. If Prophet ends up picking up that MKB, and he's not far away. I mean, I'm assuming he's saving for buyback, but...
Yeah, whatever, whoever gets it, even if the Weaver gets it, he's almost played a... he goes straight defensive items. It's almost like he's looking to just kind of be utility right now. And if he can just be that tanky guy that sits there with the MKB and right-clicks no one but Weaver the whole time, he could be real effective. But it looks like Omni and Jakiro are looking to try something here bottom.
Yeah. Jakiro might have Blink Dagger.
Oh, the Purification ain't going to cut it. Is Invoker going to catch him out? Nope. TP's out.
That was a strange series of events.
They did have detection too, right? Because Jakiro has that Blink Dagger. Or the gem, excuse me.
Gem, yeah.
Huh. Well, we did see a Hyperstone come out on Nature's Prophet, so he's not going BKB, or MKB for a while at least. I really think it should be that Weaver to pick it up. Just Sakuchi around and right-click on Phantom Assassin, excuse me.
He does have the defensive items that he could maybe be able to pull it off, but I just don't think he's actually the target that should go. I think at this point Nature's Prophet.
Oh, Earthshaker's gonna get caught out up top. 2 crits and he's down.
Oh my.
We are seeing a big push bottom here from Radiant.
Yep, and Prophet's gonna end up TPing in there. Do they have TPs here?
Prophet comes back and PA needs to get back here.
Yeah, they both have TPs. They're gonna be coming in right now, so this is gonna go very badly for them.
Oh, the duel on Nature's Prophet, well done to make sure he doesn't get to whack on that tower.
Yep. It was a really good deafening blast there by the Invoker to try to stop that duel, but a little bit too late.
Invoker, is he quick enough to get away?
No, he is not. This Invoker's definitely gonna go down. I mean, they have the gem.
He already used his BKB. He's got nothing.
Yep. And this is the time that they really need to do that. They need to they have their TPs. They need to just push.
Yeah, they need
probably just go right for the end, honestly, too, because they definitely have a ton of momentum in these team fights. I mean, none of the Omni spells are really even blown there besides some heal. He still has his ult. You still have pretty healthy stuff going on all your characters. Where's the PA right now?
PA also has 6,500 gold, so she can buy a Satanic and still have buyback. Or they do have an AC on on Legion, so she won't be going that, but pretty much buy whatever she wants right now.
I think she should probably definitely get a
Tower is
BKB.
under attack.
We've seen a lot of times where the Omni wasn't quite there to kind of bail the PA out, and the Earthshaker definitely capitalized off of it. So if she would just wanted to play the safe route, I mean, she does not need any more damage. All she needs is the ability to not get nuked down. Looks like they're going to go for Roche, but he is not up for a little while yet. But he might be spawning around the same time. I am glad I've seen that AC come out on the Prophet. I was really worried that he was going to go for the Maelstrom, which would have essentially been completely useless of a pickup. So it is good that he ended up picking up that, because it is going to help out against the PA, giving everybody a little bit more armor.
And especially, it kind of counteracts that Legion AC.
Right. Yeah.
Now, the one thing they do need to be careful about, granted he doesn't have vision, but Nature's Prophet, as we saw earlier, does have the ability to overcome backdoor protection, because he hits pretty hard right now, so... I think they got to be careful about him TP and then just trying to take racks. This is a pretty solid lineup against Mega Creeps for the same reason we were talking about for creep clearing earlier. They got a lot of heroes that can do a lot of damage to creeps. So if there was a team to fight off Mega Creeps, this would be a pretty good one to do it with. But that PA's just got to get beyond scary. Which she kind of already is, but she needs to keep getting fatter and fatter until finally she can just man up on people and essentially take fights, 2v5.
And she does end up picking up that Satanic, has the reader in the courier. So she's going to grab that Satanic right now. Hanging out in the base, making sure they don't do anything crazy to the racks.
Right.
But,
Prophet's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's looking for the opportunity, and I mean, that's what he's going to do. And that's what I mean, like, I think they do have the ability at this point to just push right at mid, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that they're going to be able to stop them.
You saying LuxNuts can push at mid?
Yeah.
They got to keep people back though, and then.
Well, here's the thing: even if they do get the Mega Creeps, I feel like they do not. If they are as a team, especially with how strong the Legion Commander's getting too, they do not have the ability to just stop them going right at mid and taking the throw. From what I'm seeing in these fights. Now I could be wrong because Earthshaker pulls some crazy shit out occasionally,
including an axe.
Yeah, and he just got an axe. So maybe I'm wrong on that, but they have a lot of heal between the Omni, the press the attack, etc. So
a lot of survivability as well.
Yeah, ton of survivability, and that how are they going to stop that PA? I mean, they don't have, especially with the Satanic now. I feel like even if they just let the Mega Creeps happen, and they have TPs, so worst case scenario, if they're going for the throne, they either base race or... But this strat they're doing now is really going to be dangerous.
Now you see, there's a 4-man plus an Aegis going bot, but we got a Nature's Prophet that's looking to rat. He's in his own jungle trying to figure out where he wants to rat. Looks like he's going to try top. I think both teams are going to be pretty scared to initiate. I do think LuxNuts definitely does have the upper hand here, but I don't know. They've been playing pretty passive. I'm not sure that they really want to go, except for right now where PA
that PA is way out of position there with that. They were all on the high ground.
Can they get it? Can they get it? She's going to Satanic up.
Oh, that crit!
Oh goodness.
And the Omni's here with him now. This is going to go really badly.
Nature's Prophet going mid. And everyone, it's a bait. Nature's Prophet and Invoker go mid. They're going after the T4s. Blood fortification. Shakira buys back. LuxNuts has all 5 up, but
the Earthshaker going and doing some space creating. What a player! He does end up going down for it, but I guess all the buybacks here. Looks like Omni and Legion Commander probably. No, just Omni.
Omni bought back?
No, just Shakira.
Okay.
Wow.
So the rack stays safe. They only take half a T4.
Yeah, I thought they would kill it quicker than that, but they did blow the glyph too.
Now, did Weaver blow his Aegis? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. Okay, so that was
I didn't even see that.
Man, that was a while. That was about a 4 for 1 there, including the Aegis from LuxNuts.
Jakiro did end up getting his gem back too, so he still has that.
So he sees his Nature Prophet about to jump on him.
This is where things are going to get interesting down here. So they just have 2 people pushing right now.
Yeah, we got Nature's Prophet up
Prophet's
top
here
trying
doing
to catch Jakiro out. We got PA and his personal bodyguard, Omni Knight.
Yo, that Legion Commander's a big boy now. He's all grown up.
They're gonna finish. Yep, it doesn't get the dual damage, I don't think, but still finishes off the Nature's Prophet, who does have buyback, right?
They don't have a gem here bottom though, so Weaver's going to be able to do his annoying shit. You know, run around, stress out the PA a little bit.
Nature's Prophet does have buyback, so the right opportunity presents itself. He'll definitely take advantage of that.
Sure.
I was gonna test the Earthshaker right here. Use the Abyssal on him.
Oh,
There's the crit. I was like, God, he feels tanky.
He got a big cleave from that too, and he's just gonna keep going. He has no reason to stop. The Omni's there. The Omni has his ult. He has repel up in a second here. He's gonna use it. I mean, they have this. Is what I'm talking about. They have nothing to stop that PA.
And he's gonna go ahead and whack away at the racks, I assume. After he gets the extra XP from Necros.
Jakiro's down here too. They got one more person. He got the gem. They have all the lanes pushed out, so the backdoor protection's going to be up. Now, we do see that Prophet can kind of go through that. But, like,
yeah,
they're not going to be able to stop this. There's no way that they're going to be able to stop this.
Prophet, they're going straight for the throne. Prophet's got to buy back. He's going to try to wait out that 15 seconds, but it might even be too late by then.
They need to just, yep, I was going to say they can't chase that Weaver.
I'm not going to panic here, but I think it's time to panic.
Yeah, if I was Insane Valiance, I would probably start like shaking and
shaking in your boots,
trembling in fear and panicking. So
something like that.
I think this is the time to just TP in, grab some boots of travel, and just go balls to the wall mid.
Can Weaver get out of this? Oh, he does use the ultimate to get out of it. That second life coming in handy, but I think he could go down to the PA anyway. Nature's Prophet trying to defend the base instead of trying to go mid, and he's going to...
So much damage that Earthshaker ult, though, giving him a little bit of time, but he still goes down.
He's still going to go down to that PA, just too much damage overall. We got just the damage coming out from PA, and then the control coming out from Jakiro, and the heals coming out from Omni. This is GG, boys.
I said it right in the beginning of the draft, just looking at the lineups. The kind of carries that they had were just not ones that can really hold their own against a carry like PA, and it's pretty much what you saw. Now, granted, a lot of that was due to the Omni, too. But,
Smoker doing everything he can, but I just don't think they have the damage to be able to pull this off.
It is a smart move on them, though. Playing it safe, making sure that they're able to get these hero kills in so they don't get caught out with anything silly, but I think that's about it.
It's too late. Now, did the Nature's Prophet buy something that he doesn't have buyback?
What's that, Manta Style I saw?
Oh man, he blew all his money on the Manta Style so he can't buy back.
Yeah.
He at least could have had a prayer at ratting it out, but nothing. Thrown down, about 500 health, and it's just gonna finish him off.
Yep.
GG, and LuxNuts takes game 1.
I sure do. That was a really good early game there by Insane Valiance. I think when they couldn't push into that high ground, it was a slow decline from there, as you kind of saw, and it was a fun draft though on both teams. I really did like. I mean, not to be a LuxNuts fanboy here or anything, but I really did like the draft from the start. I thought it was a lot of fun. The pushing, the rat definitely, almost worked, but just not quite in the end when they needed it to. So. Good draft, well played on both sides.
Now I know most of us have 20/20 hindsight, but do you think if Nature's Prophet and Invoker had an extra, we'll call it 2,000 gold, in their pockets at about 20 minutes, aka they didn't buy the Midases, do you think they could have forced that high ground?
Yes, I do actually.
Yeah, well, and that's it. We know what they were trying to do. They were trying to be able to survive in this late game, but they couldn't stand up to that PA, and.
Yeah. They didn't have a chance.
It really makes you think if they had just skipped the Midases, if they could have finished this game in 30 minutes. Just because they were snowballing hard. They had a big lead early, and they just couldn't hold on to too much carry on the side of LuxNuts.
Yep. Yeah, I mean they played that game so well. I think a lot of things could have helped them out. I really think an Orchid on the Prophet would have been so beneficial this game. A lot of heroes, man, especially that Omni. You just throw that on them, and it would just screw them so hard. And that was a lot of the early game survivability for a lot of their heroes. was just relying on that Omni Knight spells. So I think that could have been really useful for him. I think they could have done a lot of things slightly different, played very similar to what they were, and just changed a couple things up, and I think they would have pushed to the high ground without any problem at all. So, but, what are you going to do? It's how things worked out, and decisions were made, and PAs got really fat, so.
Yeah, PA skipping BKB, I feel like that's something you really got to take advantage of, either with an Orchid for the Omni or just something to kind of make her pay for trying to skip a survivability item. But they couldn't do it, and we're going to have LuxNuts taking game 1. So, MVP, your thoughts?
I didn't really give any thought to that. Let me think for a second.
Well, now's the time.
Yeah.
I'll go first then. Just give it a little time to think. I gotta go with the PA. Call it the obvious choice, but when your team's up inside of your own base, and to be able to manage to still get farm to stay number 2 or 3 on the net worth, and be able to coordinate that with the Omni Knight, repels and purification and stuff. Really good job between those two. If I had to pick one, I'll call PA, but really PA and Omni really kept this team in the game.
Yeah, for me, it's probably between Omni and Invoker. I thought Invoker played really well. A lot of really good early game Sunstrikes on the part, so a lot of stuff that really paid off. So, as we're heading into this game 2 here,